It's kind of funny now that
Oh,
it's
Vixzilla.
Japanese and it's called Vixzilla because the
Vixville.
Godzilla has stopped
Yeah.
it for.
Or
So yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
let's name this one. We'll go Vixzilla. Yeah. Or let's call it pennies in front of Vixzilla Steamroller. Like, let's call it that. But
Yeah.
basically, some shit's got to go really wrong for us to lose on this. And the main thing with this is that we just don't get too big and too greedy because you can see in 2024 before Vixzilla, or if you go to trade log,
Yeah.
so this thing,
It
scroll down,
does.
routinely wins, 20 in a row.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it hasn't
Like
lost.
we
I
can go
mean,
six
literally,
months
look
and
at
this
this.
thing won't lose.
What's it
But
start at in
yeah,
August, and it only lost. The first time it lost was February.
yeah. So this is a pretty set it and forget it trade. And, for people online, if they don't want to
Yeah.
use a bot, this obviously is not very labor intensive to put on. The things we need to
Yeah.
note on this is you can see max loser 894. So basically, the kind of funny thing about this trade is we're selling an option, so we believe volatility is understated, but then we're buying an option that's relatively expensive. So if you look at Friday, February
Yeah.
2, we sold a $2.35 option and we bought a $1.50 option. So by this being a tight spread, we've
Mhm.
essentially baked in
Yeah.
our hedge or black swan type protection, basically. Uh, so that's just kind of a thing to note with it, but
No, I
I'd
think
like
you
to
kind
hear
of hit the
more
nail on the
what
head on
you
that.
liked
Just
about
saying,
this
like,
trade
it's a very
and
protective trade
like
because
what are your thoughts?
you're really you're playing with the 7 DTE as well, so you're playing with the time decay. So when it gets farther closer to the 7 DTE, like we're gonna be able to capitalize off of that time decay as well. And it, um,
Yeah.
I
And time
I
decay
don't
is
know that one
otherwise
to be
known as
honest with
what?
you. Theta.
The
All right.
Greek
So, yeah, so I looked into
theta.
that and I
It's
really just
theta.
looked at this trade. It's
Yeah.
just like a really solid trade. Like you said, I kind of figured, I didn't look at the trade log, but I figured it was winning a lot because it was just like, you really are just kind of that you're basically saying the market is not going to just drop like crazy, you know? And so by playing out of the money so far, I feel like it was just a safe trade because you're not like making a too big of a prediction that it's going to strike up or it's going to strike down, and you're kind of protecting yourself on that. So that's where I really was the big thought process behind this trade. Yeah,
Yep. And it's
that's
a
true.
very good diversifier because it's a 7-day duration. And then also you can see here's, I mean, this is on $1 million account. So if you want to click
Yeah, I
new
wanted
back
to
test
scale it and see what it would look like on
and then change this to a
50,000.
$50,000 account like your account,
Where's it?
let's do a
Oh,
one lot.
yeah,
Change
two.
to one lot. Scroll down. See how it says max contracts per trade, change it to one, and then go to margin allocation per trade and change it to 100. That's just so we know it'll always trade one and then run it. So this is just habits. We don't want to run $1 million account on it
Yeah,
because we could look at this and be like, oh, our worst drawdown we could take is only a third of a percent. So to realistically feel what this feels like, we're going to change it to a
exactly.
50 grand account
And
so
to
we
be
know
able to see
personally on
like
your
what the
account
profit
what's the
take
worst
really is
case
going to look like
drawdown that we would
too,
potentially
and
take.
all that.
So that and yep.
Um,
And then do you see that
what was that?
MAR ratio? Do you
I
remember what
can't
that
remember what
means?
that means, but I know we want to be above one or above, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
So the easy way to remember MAR is if you look at that
that makes
dagger
sense.
and you divide it by the max drawdown, which is right next to
Save
it.
it.
That's how you get it. So if you save this back test. Yep. And then you can just just replace it. So just now click save. And then the other thing
All
too
right.
is when you post this video, click the link and post those in the description so other people can see. Now click on summary. So let's cover this MAR ratio more. So if we scroll down now, go to 2018 and hover, or let's go to 2021. Hover over the green. So we had a 4.69% return, and then hover over the red. Our max drawdown was
So on just
8.99%.
to
So
make
what
sure my
MAR
numbers are
ratio
clarified,
would have
right? On
2021
the
been?
4.69, that is the CAGR, right? Or return.
Technically, that's just the return because CAGR is compounded annual growth rate. This would
All right,
just be
so
the
you just
return for
divide
that
these
year. But
two. So that
yes,
would almost
you're
be,
theoretically you are
a four
correct.
point. That would almost be close to a one MAR as well because they're pretty. No, we would actually be.
Is it? So you had a
Oh, my bad.
4.6%
Yeah.
return
So
and your
that would be
max
like at
loss
four
was
MAR,
1.
wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that is.
4.69. Yeah. So that's a banger of a year. You know what I'm saying? And this is why this is a dangerous trade because people will get
Yes.
greedy because you could win 20 in a row and you'd be like, I want to sell a 10 lot. And that would be like your whole account. So the main thing with this is you need to understand that like you're gonna get hit and you have no
Yeah.
idea. Like we didn't know that the Japanese central bank was going to
Yeah.
raise their interest rates randomly after we won 20 in a row,
That's where
and
on
when
the
they did, it fucked
downtick
us.
right here. Yeah, that makes sense.
So so this is just kind of a thing you need. Yeah, it was a big drop. But again, that long leg that we bought helped us out a lot. And this is kind of another example where people get greedy. So if you click on new back test and then click the X underneath the buy put, and then scroll down and click ignore margin requirements. And then add a 0 to the
That's where people
starting
get greedy.
funds. Okay, but you can see and then click run. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that we made 15 grand on this trade, but what happened was we bought the protection. So we're basically we're selling volatility premium, which we think is rich, which is the red
Yeah.
put, and then we're buying the protection. So we're actually buying a lot of what we think is expensive, which is kind of contradictory. And we
The money
obviously
that we
incurred a lot
needed
of
to
drag
buy.
on
I mean,
that
we had to buy.
because we lost, 15,000. Yeah, so we only made 15 grand. And then if you were to take away that long option that basically protects us if something were to go wrong, you'll see that we made a lot more money,
Yeah,
but we had a lot more
that
volatility.
makes
So you
sense
see here now we made 61 grand, but our MAR went down.
because this bad boy
So
right
this
here.
is an example where it pays more,
No, yeah.
yeah, to buy protection. You know what I'm saying? So and this is the whole concept is you can see here the capture rate's lower, we make less money, but by not having negative compounding, our risk adjusted return is actually better. And this is the concept that I find kind of nuts about this. And the way I would describe it is it's like, imagine
Yeah.
you were selling this, but it was a car insurance policy. So in this instance, when we sell the
What the
5
max
delta put
protection?
and we buy the 150 below it, like you are selling the car insurance. Yeah, you are selling the car insurance as the car insurance company with the 5 delta put, but
Oh,
you're
so
also your customer is also making a claim on the car insurance $50 lower, and you as the car insurance company made money, and the person that bought the car insurance made money also. So this is kind of a crazy thought where
yeah,
it's like you actually ended up better off and both parties won. The party selling the insurance won and the counterparty buying the insurance won, which is kind of a wild concept. It's not supposed to be how you do it, but this is where like people will say, "Oh my god, there's no free lunch, options are efficient." This is an example that options are efficient, but somehow both of us can make money. And the reason this happened is because the person buying the car insurance is not trying to make money. They're just trying to offset that massive loss that they have if they get in a car accident. And the person selling the car insurance is trying to make money on selling the car insurance. But if one car insurance person gets in a car accident out of every 70, they still make money.
I understand.
So kind of a wild concept, but this is how everyone makes money. And the market maker that sold this to you and connected the buyer to the seller of the car insurance. That's basically the entry slippage and the exit slippage also made money. So
Yeah,
everyone can make money in this. This is like the best welfare system on earth. The Wall Street market makers made money, the car insurance
I
company, you
forgot.
made
That's what
money,
I think I
and
was
then
trying to
some
think
hedger and a
almost
mutual
too
fund also
detailed
made
on this
money.
trade because I thought
Because
I forgot that when even when we just run back to just running premium captures, and we're doing premium trades, like when you sell a put and you buy a put, that buying a put, it's capping your buying power, but it's also protecting you. And I forgot about that one. Yeah,
also
yeah, the
protection.
win rate's freaking fat.
Yeah, and the other thing you notice here too is look at the win rate. That
The
94.6%
chance
win
the
rate
option is winning.
corresponds to
Yeah.
what? The chance of this option is,
On this one, we're winning out of the.
yeah,
I mean,
what's
we're
winning
winning
in
out of the
this?
money.
In the money or out of the money?
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, that makes
So
sense.
see, you
Awesome.
get it. This is the recipe, and it's pretty straightforward. So we got two trades. Um, we can program in the bot next week with these, and then if we get two more trades, we're almost at a portfolio. I would say statistically, six trades is the
Yeah,
start of a really good portfolio. We know that this one and the Monday trade are really diversified. So if we try to find a Wednesday calendar and then two premium trades and
perfect.
zero DT, we'll use that 9:32 one. And we can walk through that one next time. And then we'll use like a 3 p.m. power hour one,
All right,
or something like that. And
I'll
then
put
we
that
should have a
down
pretty good
too.
portfolio for people
Let
that are
me
in as
see.
well.
Awesome. Let me stop sharing, but I am going to write that down. I think it's